In this video, I'm going to show you 4 easy steps you can take today to double your close rates. I know this is not going to be like, use this script or use this magic line to persuade somebody to buy from you. It doesn't work that way. And honestly, if I can give you a secret, those things don't really work nowadays. However, I'm going to give you everything you need to just start applying this today. And if you stay until the end of this video, I'm going to give you the complete guide for free. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Augusto and I'm the founder of AVX, and I basically just help infopreneur companies scale with ads and systems. All right, so let's just dive in real quick. It's going to be a short video, but it's going to be extremely easy and digestible. So obviously, if you don't know a little bit of context, the lifeline of your entire business is, if you're doing high ticket or anything that has to do with phone calls, is there's a huge hidden cost on whenever you are getting on the phone with somebody, because you're paying two big fees. Okay, you're paying money, whether it's by commission to your salespeople, running ads to a funnel that then spits out a cost per book call, or both. You're doing ads, you're doing commissions, you're doing cost per book call, you're doing CPAs as well, so you're measuring those things. And because calls are part of the funnel, you're going to be paying for calls, okay? And even you're paying for people who don't show up. So this is going to help you save money, close more people, and get better clients into your program. So you're also paying in time, because an hour spent in sales calls with somebody that didn't close or didn't show, it's wasted time. I don't know about you, but I hate having to go to my calendar every day I wake up and I see that I have 2 sales calls, and I get ready, I go over the notes, I go over the questionnaires, and I wait for 10 minutes looking at my face in Zoom because somebody doesn't show up. It happens, and you've probably gone with this, or your salespeople have probably said, hey, our show rates are horrible, they're 50%. So you're basically paying money for people to not show up. We don't want that. With this, we're also going to fix that, okay? So this is why I built a very simple system called PCQ that helps my clients and myself not waste money, not waste time with these types of bad leads, okay? It's called a pre-call qualification, and it's so simple. Once I go through this, you're not gonna believe how easy it is, and it's gonna tremendously change your business. It's so stupid simple, okay? So in this video, I'm gonna provide with a simple yet powerful framework to ensure that the leads you speak with are high quality and ready to take action, like ready to buy, okay? And if you're an online coach or infopreneur company, then you understand how important this is, okay? Like literally, sales calls are the lifeline of your business, okay? So why PCQ is, dude, it's crucial, okay? So first of all, efficiency. PCQ saves time by filtering out leads who are not good fits, allowing you to just focus on high potential prospects, okay? Improve conversion rates, obviously, and this is the big one, okay? By talking to only qualified leads, your chances of closing the deals increase significantly. This is obvious, okay? And from my experience with clients as well, we've seen impressive increments of closing rates. Now, some people call this friction. It's not necessarily friction, but it's basically just making sure that there's a process set in stone, a system set in stone, so you don't waste your time with leads that are just tire kickers and just like hunting for price, okay? Better client relationships. This is a huge one too, because by qualifying leads, you're setting expectations very early on, which leads to a smoother client relationships and honestly a much smoother sales cycle and sales process too, right? So very simple, very simple. You're probably rolling your eyes right now, but let me explain. PCQ framework. Step number 1: clearly identify your ideal client profile, and this is more important if you have a sales team, because you probably know who you're trying to help. You probably know who your perfect clients are, but most of the times, your salespeople don't have the depth of knowledge that you have about your ICP. Okay, this is why it's so important to make this absolutely clear, company wide. In fact, my my SOPs for my sellers, it's so ridiculously long because of the details it has about the exact client I love to help. And then I know the people that I love to help, they love to work with me because it's so detailed, right? Here's the thing that a lot of people get wrong. When they say, make sure you have a great ICP, they start asking you stupid questions like, what kind of magazines do they read? Where do they hang out? What's their favorite coffee? Dude, nobody gives a flying, nobody cares about that. There are better ways of creating those, like, not just demographics, but psychographics, like things they speak about, how they speak about their problem, what's the actual problem they have, What's the problem of their problem? How does that affect the people around them? Things that you literally have to understand from your client persona. Things that you probably know because you've been doing this for a while, but your sellers, your salespeople don't know this, okay? Define the key characteristics of your ideal client. So for B2B, revenue, revenue, business model, challenges they have, like specific challenges. B2C is much easier. Struggles, pain points, past experiences, goals, awareness of the pains that they have, solution, are they solution aware, are they problem aware, all those things. Like you have to get this down to a T. Okay, having a clear profile bullet point helps you quickly assess whether a lead is good fit or not, and whether they're a good fit or not. This usually happens in the discovery process of the lead generation process, or the DMs. Again, remember, this is PCQ, pre-call qualification, which is important. Okay. And this is super key because of our next step, which is basically it's important to be specific. Don't just target businesses, but rather online info product businesses making 10 to 50K a month, which is basically what I do. Okay. Ladies wanting to lose postpartum weight gain. Amazing. Now, this is not what you put in your bio, but this is what you tell your sellers internally. Like if you're doing outbound, if you're getting a lot of leads in because one of your reels popped off or whatever it is, it's like, hey, specifically, we want to make sure we architect a couple questions that once answered, we get the right person, right? So like, how do we ask somebody if they just had a baby? Do we just ask that, or do we have any way so that we can ask and be slick about it so that we get the answers that we're looking for to determine if this person is a good lead or not? And that's incredibly important, but people are not doing this and they're wasting a lot of money. Or guys in their 30s wanting to become a high value man. It's a little bit more specific. And build out a list of non-negotiables your prospects must meet before booking. I'll give you an example. One of my clients, they work only with Catholic men and women, right? Because their methodology of teaching, their vehicle of teaching stuff, it's purely biblical or Catholic, right? So if somebody comes into their funnel and they're not Catholic, when they get on a phone call, it's like, what do you mean this is a Catholic thing? You know, there's disconnect. This is why this is key. But again, if you have a sales team and the sellers are just ripping out DMs and they don't know this stuff, you will waste their time, you will waste your time, and you will waste a lot of money. Okay? Step number 2, craft a key qualifying question or key qualifying questions. What I tell my clients is usually it's 5 questions in order, not in order, but like specifically answer it in a way that it just makes sense conversationally. Think about it this way. So if you're a guy, you've probably searched for like one-liners or pickup lines, right? And then some other times pickup lines have like a sequence. Like you have an opener, you have like a body, and you have like a closer or whatever. Or even if it's a joke, it has to make sense when you say it. It's the same with these questions. When somebody reach out, when somebody asks for a lead magnet or something, it just makes sense to do specific questions so that you know they are qualified. So share these 3 to 5 critical questions to ask in the DMs or your booking application. I like to have this in the DMs already. So like I like to train my clients setters to make sure they ask these 3 or 5 critical questions to make sure they can move to the next step. And by asking these questions, they're building enough leverage to pitch the call. Because once they get the answers to these questions, the pain is clear. Both the prospect and the seller understand that they can help this person, and the person understands they need help. And now they've built enough leverage in the conversation that they can simply just say, hey, the next step from here, it just makes sense we get on a phone call because we need to help you, right? In B2B examples, these are things that you ask in B2B, like revenue range. So like if I were to get on a phone call with you, like I would ask you like, what are you making right now? Because if you're making less than 10K, I can't help you, okay? So less than 10K or whatever. Business goals, like what are your top 3 business goals in the next 6 months? Like what do you want to get achieved? Like what do you want to achieve? You want to scale? What does that entail for you? What's that revenue number you're trying to hit? Are you trying to hire people? Like tell me all these things. Okay? Challenges, what's the biggest challenge you're facing right now in your business? Decision making power, urgency and talent. You get what I'm saying, right? This is B2B. Now if you're in B2C, similar examples, but like if it's fitness, like what's your main goal? Like what's got you potentially interested in wanting to improve your health? Like what's going on? So like current situation, past experiences, because a lot of people in B2C, in fitness, dating, finance, they don't know what they don't know, right? So they think that what they've done in the past, it's a similar experience from what they're going to get in the future. So in B2C, this is very clear and clever. B2B too, but B2C are less aware of the other things that are out there. They're less solution aware. So you want to educate them on that. I'm going on tangents. It's fucking incredible. I'm hoping you're getting a lot of value from this, okay? Then perceived challenges, like what do you think is going to happen when you start doing in this journey or whatever, see what objections they might have. Financial qualifier, it doesn't have to be like, how much money are you making? No, but like, it could be, cool, so like you say you're super busy. Does that mean like work is busy? I'm curious, what do you do for work? Some stuff like that, obviously. Like you want to be sleek about it. Urgency meaning, why now? Like what's got you reaching out to me that you want to make a change right now? I'm just curious. Okay. I'm giving out like setting. I'm giving out like a setting masterclass. But all in all, this PCQ, this is how it has to happen. Okay. Then number 3, implement a scoring system. Huge, bro. Huge, especially if you're getting a lot of volume. Score each lead based on the response to your qualifying question. Okay. So like if you're a setter and you're speaking to a lot of people and you can label people with numbers, amazing. Now you know that Sally, James, Kevin, all these people, you got 3, you got 1, you got 5. The 1 is probably people that, you know, they need to be canceled, or people who just want to send like something for free because they're not really at the point where you can pitch a call. But you got 2s, you got 3s, you got 4s, you got 5. But if you can label all these leads as 5, then you know you gotta pitch this person. A 4 is like a really hot lead. A 3 is a maybe, you still gotta nurture. A 2 is like definitely a triage. Or 1 is like, I'm just gonna cancel. Okay? Have a scoring system that makes sense and implement it in your business, right? Example, create a simple scoring system, example 1 to 5, for each questions to evaluate how well a lead matches your ideal profile, right? So 1 being about lead, 5 being ideal, right? So for example, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. You got 5 questions here. You got a question on main goals, past experience, all these. So in main goals, if somebody is, if you're in health, specifically says, I need to improve my health because I'm desperate. 5, amazing. Main goal, somebody's like, oh, I don't know, I think I just want to like look good. Maybe like a 3, they're not like in pain. Past experiences. Maybe you're looking for people that are well versed in the health space. So you want people who are not complete beginners. So past experiences, somebody's gonna tell you, I've counted my macros in the past. Awesome. 5. Oh, I don't know what a protein is. Then that's like a 1 or a 0. Send them a resource on like food macros and stuff like that, right? So implement that. Very simple, but make sure your setters follow through with it. And if you have a CRM, even better. So like my clients, we give them CRM in my program, basically. But if you're not a client, get a simple CRM, like whatever it is you can use. A Monday, Asana, Go High Level, etc. Use a CRM so you can start putting people into buckets. Okay, so very simple. And then red flags and deal breakers. Identify common red flags that suggest a lead might not be a good fit. Maybe they have realistic expectations, like, dude, my wedding is in 4 weeks and I want to get a 6-pack and I'm like 60 pounds overweight. Like, bro, we can't help you. Lack of decision power, meaning I'm doing this for my husband and I want to get on a call so I can buy the thing for my husband. It's like probably like she'll need some, like, she doesn't have the decision making power, right? Or not enough pain. They're just like, I'm just interested to see what you guys do, blah blah blah. Like, not enough pain. Okay. But again, these are examples. You have to make your own deal breakers, your own red flags, okay? I mean, obviously, you're going to get leads that are red flags and deal breakers, and there's an easy way to just gently run away from them or turn them away. So in B2B, this is easier. Like if they get to the application process and they're about an unqualified lead, just send them to like, we'll get in touch. Or in the DMs, if they're obviously like a red flag, just tell them, hey, it doesn't seem that we're going to be able to help you out, but I can send you a couple of resources on your pain. Here's something else. B2C, just give free resources too. You don't have to pitch the call. Okay? Very simple. Again, this entire framework is pre-call. You have to do this pre-call before they book a call. When you have higher expectations from what your setters are trying to look for, and when you have certain qualifying questions, the way that it's just perceived as in the lead getting these questions, they're going to see you as somebody who knows their shit. And that's essentially what you want to do, because you're building trust before the call. Okay. Once you start implementing this, your book calls are going to be more qualified, obviously. So it'll take care of your money, take care of your time, and your mind too. But most importantly, you have to train your setters so that they start implementing this as well. Super simple, okay? And because, hold on. And because the last thing you want to do is pay $100 a call, and it turns out they're unqualified. Like, you don't want to do that. And because you stuck till the end, and because you like me that much, I'm going to tell you exactly what I got for you. So there's a free resource for info product businesses that are above 10K a month, and I'm just going to drop it in the description below. There's a link there. It's a free pre-call qualifying process with a nice, beautiful link inside of there as well, so you can use it. But yeah, essentially, that's what you want to do. PCQs till the end. They help you with the setting process, and obviously, the next step after setting is they have to book a call, whether you manually book them or they go through an application process. Your application process has to be really good. Ideally, you have a rating system on that as well. And then your close rate just gets on closing. I have a couple videos on short rates. Make sure you watch those too. And for now, I'll leave a couple links down below. One of them being the pre-call qualification guide, and then 2 other links as well that will hopefully help you tremendously. For now, I'll see you on the next one.